Hey guys, welcome back for more Marvel's Midnight Sun. So we're gonna continue Morbius' DLC today, but before that, let's do some book club with Blade.
Heading to book club. Are you?
Yes.
Meet you there.
See you there.
I didn't read the book though, I forgot.
I like this book, but I can't explain why. Maybe I'll figure it out as we discuss it.
Carol?
I should not be this nervous about what you all thought of the book. Even the best translations from Kree lose subtext.
Oops. Everyone's in a mood to make. You good?
Yes. Let's do it.
I am ready.
Carol, this was your book, so you can start.
I'll throw it back to you. What did you think of the book?
I had a rough time with it.
You didn't like it?
Didn't say that. At first, I spent more time referencing the glossary than reading the book.
Sounds familiar. What changed?
I noticed a kind of rhythm to the words. I began to see them as lyrics to a song. All that dry talk faded, and it finally came together. The lyrics made it feel much bigger than a chapter on Kree farming implements.
You lost me in farm implements, sir.
I could not figure any of it out. I thought a post-hole digger was a new kind of demon.
At first, I thought it was for digging graves at closed casket funerals, but the lyrics helped me keep with it. Once I caught on, I kept reading and didn't rely on the glossary. I picked everything up from context. That's when I realized none of this was about farming. I'm surprised how much stuck with me, despite some concepts being legit alien to me.
Agreed. For me, the rhythm wasn't lyrics. It was more like the book was written to a cadence.
That's why I had you read it on your Spark. The mnemonic lexicon won't work with a hard copy.
The what now?
An ancient Kree technique. It helps you remember texts that would otherwise be considered... There's no Kree word for stuffy, but essentially that. But all that's packaging. Let's get into the book itself. Hunter, did you figure out what the bloom and the harvest represent?
It's about deceptive offense?
The bloom is poorly defended territory behind enemy lines. The harvest is when you strike that territory and then fade away.
That's an important aspect, but it's more than just an attack strategy. It's about what comes after. At the time of the book's writing, the Kree cared most about integrating captured territory while still expanding their empire. Conquered worlds came with people. Rather than treat them as prisoners, the Kree provided them with most benefits enjoyed by Kree citizens. This period is known as the cultivation.
So the bloom was when they gained full citizenship under their conquerors.
No, it's when the world requested it. As long as they could feed themselves with Kree farming techniques and defend their world with Kree defenses, the request was granted with few exceptions.
So what's the harvest?
As part of the service required by the Empire, many of these new citizens began the cultivation of freshly conquered worlds.
So they were living examples. Show the newly conquered what they could achieve if they went along with the Empire.
That's also how vampires work.
Carol, I think I pieced together the Kree strategy.
Do tell.
It's all tied to agriculture. Every soldier knows you can't fight if you can't eat, but they applied this to their expansion. Till the field, sow the seed, pull the weed, reap the crop. It means the Kree wouldn't advance until the territory they took was secure and productive.
You forgot one.
What about hoist the scarecrows? Was that line not in your copy?
Actually, the section on the empty towers describes their version of the scarecrow. Due to constant shuffling of personnel, you couldn't tell which bases were fully staffed and which stood empty.
What if they had not done that?
They would have had no soldiers to continue their advance. It would have stalled them out. But the Kree expansion had momentum. They could afford to push harder because their whole weight was behind the advance. Unless a world could push just as hard, it would eventually fall under Kree control. Carol, how was that?
Close enough to impress me. The strategy in Volume 32 wasn't perfect, but it worked out for the Kree far more often than it failed.
What happened when it failed?
That's covered in Volume 33.
And that's book club. Steve, you're up next. What's your book?
The Mantle of Authority by General Chester Phillips.
Is this the one you keep saying I should read?
The very same. Now you have to. It's book club.
Before
Okay.
I forget, I asked Logan to join us next time.
Logan?
He said yes?
He can read?
Oh, maybe he can
I
read.
can't wait to see how this goes.
So, why choose this book?
Volume 30 was way too spicy for this crowd.
Go on.
I'm kidding. It's relevant to what we're facing today. Hydra, the Lilin, your mom. They seem to have the
Your
upper hand
mom.
all over the world.
About volume 30.
Sure, but I want to hear more about that spicy book.
I guarantee you don't. Ancient Kree takes on population husbandry are, let's call it, mechanically quaint.
Right, but on a scale of 1 to 10, how spicy?
-5. Ration paste bland, apartment wall vanilla, hotel art banal, even the diagrams are boring.
How so?
It's all geometric shapes. Until I realized they were representational, I was extremely confused about Kree biology. Let's just say that I can never look at an octagon the way I used to.
Okay, let's talk to Cap.
I hope you enjoy the book I chose.
Why do you say that?
It's about people who weren't around until after your death. But I'm sure you'll figure out the context.
Okay, we're off. We're out, I mean.
Okay, just between us, Carol's book was extremely weird, right?
Joke. I'm reserving judgment.
I should read the first 31 volumes, for context.
You should not, nor should you read the one after this.
How many more are there?
At least 400. According to Carol, this was one of the good ones.
Tell Carol what you think.
You should be honest with Carol.
I'm always honest with Carol. But if I tell her it was a weird book, I'll sound like I don't know much about her adopted culture.
And how is that bad? You do not know, so this is the perfect opportunity to ask.
Good point. All right, I'll do it. Thanks, Hunter.
Good luck.
You calling it?
Time to go.
I am taking off.
Peace.
New abilities. Bring it on. Bring it on.
Carol, I had some more thoughts on the book.
Okay, so let's just sleep. Or can we hang out though? No, we cannot hang out with anyone. Okay, let me check the forge first. Before we head out to the mission. And who can we bring, by the way? Yeah, I didn't check if who can we bring. A Morbius for sure. Maybe Spider-Man again?
Oh, you are gonna love this.
Artifact.
Found another artifact, Hunter? This should serve our purposes.
So, how's the whole saving the world thing going? Sometimes, I even impress myself.
Mindbender. Ooh, we got Web Throw, new one, and Mindbender.
Farewell.
Okay, let me craft some stuff first.
This should be useful.
Okay, let me give Spider-Man this new card. It's kind of good though, right? Remove this. Web throw. Okay, let's spar with resilience. Morbius we cannot. Spider-Man. Okay, let's put it to Cap.
We could go a few rounds.
Upgrade.
No pain, no gain.
I feel stronger already.
Oh yeah, discard, yes.
Knew
Okay, let me check Morbius's card before we start. He got Claw. This charm is pretty bad though, I want to change it. But we already have 4 attack cards. We cannot do anything about it. Okay, this one. Dead Inside.
Now
Me
that
and
the
Morbius.
Hydra vampires have my prototype sample, I've no doubt they'll attempt to create their own sunlight serum.
Mass produce it, more like.
But where would Hydra vampires go to mass produce sunlight serum?
Somewhere familiar to them.
How about a Hydra facility that makes the gamma goop they put in their blood?
Yes, I'm going to go with exactly like that.
How about one sending a distress signal about a vampire invasion? Might be a good place to start.
Okay, who can we bring? Captain America or Spider-Man? This Spider-Man is very nice to use though. Or Nico. Maybe we can bring Nico, right? Nico? Okay, let's try to bring Nico. Skip it? Oh, we need to walk there, okay.
Mass production of my prototype sample. Nightmare come to life.
Do you ever regret creating your sample?
Of course. But humankind did not split the atom just to create bombs. In the right hands, science is a force for prosperity.
Okay, hope it is easy today.
Has Hydra turned upon itself?
No, this is biology. It is a vampire's nature to betray the living.
Excuse me?
Oh, but not mine. I differ on a biological level.
Relax. It was a joke.
I should have known you were
She's
behind
back.
this.
Hold them
Sin
off.
is back.
We need more time. Go. Feed upon them. Let their veins bleed rivers.
Protect the Hydra server. I need to
We
hack.
can disable those terminals. At the very least, we can slow their efforts to reproduce the serum.
But we need to protect the server to access the data ourselves.
Correct.
And I thought technology was supposed to make our lives easier.
Cost increase what? Redraw to double resources? No. Okay, let me hack first. Okay, claw and the savage swipe. Forceful knockback. Okay, do it.
No.
That wasn't bad.
What a waste.
Okay, this dude is gonna attack the server though. Okay, kill him, Nico.
Let's try this. I think Lilith is holding out on
And
you.
another one.
Maybe you should ask about some new powers.
Never surrender!
What is this? He bugged.
How many times is that?
Okay, I thought it was gonna bug and we have to repeat.
Her will.
Reinforcements? No, they're gonna hatch. Okay, let me hack
I'm sure
first.
you've all realized what will happen if these vampiric Hydra forces lose their vulnerability to the sun.
A lot of innocent civilians are going to pay the price, and we can't allow that.
I think if we hack, or if we hack, we win
Your
instantly,
sincere
right?
concern for the guiltless is inspiring.
And your lack of empathy for them is disturbing.
Whatever works. Good one.
Fate brought us together. Now let that be a lesson to you.
Okay, next turn, we're gonna win.
We will not fail!
They're surprisingly persistent.
At least my mother knows how to keep her minions in check.
Hack it.
As much as she'd like to pretend, Sin doesn't hold the same sway as her grandfather, much less Lilith.
Does it matter? She has enough resources at her disposal to be a problem.
We won though, right? We won. We won already.
My prototype is here. We must recover it.
One more batch. Secure it. Quickly now.
Okay, we need to defeat Sin now.
So we finally have the opportunity to settle our grievances personally.
Quick.
You're surprisingly enthusiastic for someone marching towards their end.
Shockingly confident for someone who dares tread on the work of a superior intellect.
It's free though, use it.
Talk.
Remove this. Nico cards, where are they?
Had your chance to escape.
Pathetic.
I have not shaken their confidence.
Have you come to beg for mercy?
Apply one bleed. Oh no, it's too... I didn't know. We come back.
Where'd you learn that?
They're particularly fascinated with me.
What? He has a lot of health still.
I'll make quick work of you.
Well, that's interesting.
I can't seem to lose their interest.
Accept your fate.
Jesus Christ.
My purpose is clear.
You must not realize what you've done.
We are not out of this yet.
69, okay. Finally,
You should be
Nico's
pleased with our
cards.
progress.
But not the ones we need.
Welcome assistance.
Why is it all these cards, man? What the hell? Swarm. Oh my god.
No mercy for the servants of Hydra. You were too weak for this fight. They have not changed their plans.
They are moving. We don't fear death.
Your mother abandons you.
Your mother? Okay, let me do this.
This shall be of great help.
Charm.
The light will carry you onward.
Give me a power card. Like a dual card, right? Okay, we got Swarm for the next turn. 198, look.
For the mother! Easily.
Looks like they have help.
Okay, she's back up.
Soon, the forces of Hydra will rule the day as well as the night. None will stand in their
It's important inspiration around you in the face of overwhelming defeat.
Make you suffer! Come on over here then.
Hero combo. Nice, we won. Yes.
Let's do this one together.
I'll take that.
Your prototype sample?
Indeed. And now to destroy the sunlight serum. But
We're
it's
smiling.
not all here, is it?
Of course not. We manufactured so much, all transported off-site before you even arrived. This is the final batch, a reserve. I am a wolf in the night. The yapping of a mangy cur does not concern me.
Tell me where you brought the serum.
Watch that temper, little mutt. You don't want to lash out and bite the ones you love.
Tell me!
Where else, you pathetic counterfeit? I delivered it to the Lord of Vampires.
What?
You don't know what you've done.
Oh, but I do. Dracula.
Dracula?
My master has enough sunlight serum to supply an army. And there's nothing you can do to stop him.
Three stars. Dude, Nico is the MVP here. The amount of damage she can deal in one turn on one card. Almost 200 in one turn. Jesus Christ. Join a hangout room.
Hey, Hunter. I saw Morbius heading toward Hunter's Folly. He looked distressed. Can you make sure he's not about to lose control? If I
Let me
go out
talk to
there,
him.
it won't be to talk.
Okay, let's talk to him first.
New York is full of dark corners and clandestine meeting points. I love it. I came out here to be alone, Hunter.
Are you sure being alone is a good idea right now?
Blade sent you to check on me, didn't he? Probably didn't want to come himself because he thought we'd just end up fighting.
Is he wrong?
Of course not. And I can't promise we won't end up trading blows before the night is through either.
I don't want that.
I do not wish to fight you. I came because I am worried about a fellow teammate.
That is too kind. I do not deserve your mercy.
That is what makes it mercy.
They stole my work, Hunter. They perverted it for their own designs. There is an army of vampires ready to cut loose on the world, and they are all immune to sunlight. I did that, not Dracula.
You could not have known that Dracula would get his hands on your sample.
No. But I should have foreseen that he'd want it, that he would come for it.
We will fix this, together.
You're right. Wallowing in self-pity will accomplish nothing. We must prepare to act. Oh, and Hunter. I'm sorry. My behavior tonight was beyond the pale. I wish you had not seen me like this.
That was nothing.
If you think you were bad, you should have seen what happened when Tony sat on the hood of Robbie's Hell Ride. There were tears.
Whose? Tony's or Robbie's?
The Hell Rides.
Wow. I'm sorry I missed that. Well, I would love a few quiet moments to meditate on what we've said. Unless you need something else.
I'll leave you be.
Enjoy the quiet.
I'll just be here, brooding.
Okay, let's go back. Let's do some hangouts first. Okay, it's been a long time since we did the one-on-one hangout.
I understand how
Captain,
Morbius feels, but we can't have any loose
Wolverine,
cannons on this
or
team.
Nico.
This place is always so full of drama.
Nico, come on, let's
Feels
do
like
with
home.
Nico. It's not working anymore.
I don't like how Morbius is acting.
Okay, there. Playing cards, stargazing. Stargazing.
Hey, I've been meaning to ask. Food must be completely different. Now it's all pre-packaged and preserved. Are there any meals you miss from 300 years ago?
Okay, yes, I miss Agatha's cooking.
Agatha made a pumpkin stew. I can still remember the taste.
With a dash of cinnamon? Oh, I love that. I wonder if she wrote down the recipe. Ugh, now I'm getting hungry. Let's wrap this up and raid the kitchen before Doctor Strange heats up his funky smelling leftovers. Can we do it again?
Oh, she wanted it +7. Okay, everyone is asleep now except Morbius. He doesn't sleep, he's a vampire.
Our enemies shrink in fear when they see you. That is good.
I am not used to people treating me with such kindness.
Okay, how many friendship? 14? 16?
I'd like to be alone for a bit. Checking in on me again. You really don't need to worry, Hunter.
Okay.
I should let you go.
I'll just be here. Brooding.
Brooding.
I hope you never lose your inner spark of kindness.
Are you trying to inflate my ego? Because it's working.
You have more experience with Morbius than I.
Okay, who is Doctor Strange talking to?
I thought you would be scarier to work with.
Don't push me over the edge. I'm getting hungry.
Okay, let me sleep. We're gonna have, I think, what do you call this? Super Link chats tomorrow? Because if we maxed out Spider-Man and Morbius friendship. Oh, let me see. Peter Parker. Emo Kids, yes, we're gonna do Emo Kids tomorrow. Yes.
They say the Pacific Ocean has no memory, Hunter.
But you are looking at the Atlantic.
Really? Well, that explains so much. Just think. A few years ago, I was just your quintessential 98-pound high school freshman weakling. Even the lunch ladies used to shake me down for milk money. Now look at me. Hanging with the legendary Hunter and the Midnight Suns in their super-secret Atlantic Ocean base.
We are happy to have you.
That's just it. What if that radioactive spider had decided to chomp down on someone else's behind? What would old non-arachnid me be?
You'd be my friend.
A brave warrior and a cunning ally either way.
Not what the kids on the playground used to say. I was the equipment manager for TAG.
Peter, I am friends with you, not your powers.
Now that's an F word I never get tired of hearing. Unless it comes from MJ when you think you're on a date. You know, Hunter, I've been to a lot of truly amazing places since I put on the old spider tights. Way beyond my little neighborhood in Queens. But when all is said and done, there is nowhere I'd rather be right now than here with the rest of you.
Level up the friendship. Compliment value increase. Nice. Forge. Okay, let me just check before we end.
See, Hunter, you're so much more than a weapon. You're fun.
What is this goblet?
I didn't know. Hey, can I ask a favor?
Hunter upgraded ability? Okay.
Ah, thanks, Hunter.
Call to arms. That was trash.
Oh, hey.
I wasted it. That was not that good.
It's not much, but I have managed to locate a few details.
Combat schematic.
How's it going, boss? I'll make something great out of this. Sometimes
Feeding
I even impress
frenzy?
myself.
Witch storm. Ooh. Okay, this and
If
this.
this thing behind me turns into a giant gateway to ancient Egypt, I'm quitting.
Always a pleasure.
Michael Morbius, private superlink.
What were you reading, Doctor? One of those political spy thrillers Captain Rogers is always head down in?
It's actually a medical journal on bispecific antibodies and the treatment of hematologic malignancies. Just some light reading.
Yeah, you should take a break.
We have all been working so hard. You deserve some R&R.
Deserve? Based on my many past sins, I deserve nothing.
Whoa. Where did that come from?
I'm sorry. I've been told that I tend toward the melodramatic. In truth, I've been in survival mode so long, I don't know where to find my own off switch.
It's easy, just close your eyes.
Take a nap. If you are having trouble sleeping, maybe Nico could cast a spell of slumber.
I believe that spell is called listening to her talk about independent foreign films.
Okay.
Just do not overdo it. Our bodies need rest to function.
Maybe your body does. I'm a nocturnal animal. I'm sorry. That was uncalled for. Maybe I am a little on edge.
All the more reason for a break.
You're right. I shall enjoy some respite. But then I'm jumping right back into this medical journal. It's just starting to get good.
Friendship goes up as well. Okay, who can we spar with? Okay, I couldn't get this one. Shove, one move and one shove. Strength? Okay, strength. Put it to blade.
I'm ready when you are. Just remember the most there are.
I guess we're gonna check it out still. Can we? Okay, we need to do a general mission first. Okay guys, we'll end the episode there. So it was pretty easy, honestly, this Morbius mission, the second mission. Because we just needed to hack. Basically, you didn't need to kill any of the enemies. Just hack and you win, right? We got that so fast. And then when we fought Sin, just kill her. And Nico did a ton of damage to her. So next episode, we're gonna be fighting Dracula. We're gonna be seeing him. I wonder what it looks like. Hopefully it's a cool look, right? So anyways, I'll just see you in the next one, guys. Bye-bye.